It's your boy JayP and I'm back at it with another video, and today I have a returning Bill Burr.
Yeah, boy.
And it's his parents rants and parenting rants. I'll be effing up these titles sometimes, but I love Bill Burr. I love his content. Him and Patrice are like one of my goats of comedy, dude. Like him, Patrice.
Facts.
And I'm just gonna watch his rants because his Evans for Family, I love how he rants on that show. And I guess this is a compilation that somebody brought together, put together, and mix it to one or whatever like that. And I'm gonna check it out. But first things first, you see the links down below. Hit them up, say what's up. And two, leave a like for the video.
Quickly, expeditiously, nigga.
Man, it's free. We about to dive right in to this video.
And now, our feature presentation.
Showtime! Woo! I watch other people with their kids, and I thought if they could do it, I could do it. You know, that's what calmed me down a little bit.
Yes, I saw this complete animal in the grocery store, just walking with this kid. Like, he had him like thrown over his shoulder like a beach towel, and he was trying to find where his wife was, and he just looked like such a moron. I remember just thinking, if this guy can keep that alive, I can do it. I can't explain the vacant look on this guy. I almost bursted out laughing when I looked at him. It's like, you're a dad? All right.
What do you think of parents now? How do you compare them to parents in the 70s?
Oh, it's just completely, the kids have so much power. It's like ridiculous. Like half of these kids, I'm like, I look and I just have what happened to me. And I'm like looking at a kid and be like, this kid's about ready to get punted across the grocery store. And it just never happens.
Right.
They just don't get hit. And I think it's hurting this country.
You're mad. Wait a minute. No, like, let's get this. You're mad that children are not being hit.
This should be the threat of it. Half of it was just that, look, it was just your dad was acting like he was going to do it. He never did it, but your mother did. And because she was a woman, it was like, okay. Because it was like, hey, you let a girl beat you up, you kind of felt emasculated.
Evans for Family.
Oh, yes.
Season 2.
I would say when he's speaking about the parenting and stuff like that, I would say that back then, like older school parents, they parent by fear, if that makes sense. And especially I can't speak for any other nationality or race of people's parenting, but I know my parents are from the Caribbean, and I know like they rule, like they discipline by fear. But the problem with that now than it was back then, there's a little thing called the internet.
What?
And with the internet, a lot of children of today's time are getting exposed to a lot of information that back then the parents would just say, hey, this is how things are, and the kids couldn't really challenge them. Or even if you wanted to challenge your parents, you would have to go out your way to do it. The information is not in the palm of your hand anymore. So it's harder to rule by fear without, with a kid that's with the tools that we have now, and kids are realizing, okay, you can't just say, "It's just cause."
Why?
There's obvious stuff like, hey, don't put your hand on the stove and blah, 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 whatever, so on and so forth. But there's more to it now. You can't just say, hey, don't do that because I say so. Yes, they have to respect the parent because I say so, but the kid might do it behind your back anyway, because nowadays kids are like really, really smart. Like I have a niece who knows how to I have nieces and family members that know how to operate iPads at like 1 year old. like they're singing along and they're dancing and all this other stuff, and like they're surfing the web at 1, 2, 3 years old. I have friends with kids that's like smart and intuitive like that. So no more of this. Oh, I'll tell them whatever, and they'll just no. These kids are getting too smart, and they're not recognizing the fear that was instilled from back then now. So the parenting that you did back then is not going to work now. Whoever that's decided to become parents now. But that's enough of my TED talk. I'll get back into it.
Edgy for a comedy show, for a animated show.
You try to base it in reality. It's loosely based on my childhood, and I had a very volatile father, Loved the guy to death, but he definitely could have brought the volume down a little bit sometimes. But, was in his underwear a lot, and I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah, I think
but
so.
But if you make it a real person and they're screaming at real kids, people get nervous. So, but if you draw them, people don't care about animated kids, so.
That's true.
Actually, a lot of the stuff that I look at from when I was a kid that actually kind of made sense in a way would now be considered like abuse, I guess. Like when I was a kid, if you didn't finish your supper, as we called it.
Supper, yeah.
Yeah, my mother was just like, well, you're going to finish, she would just wrap it in cellophane, and you just picked up where you left off for breakfast, like a blue-collar job. Like you take the shovel out of the hole and just start digging it again. So we were having cube steaks, and I forget, my little brother was still in a high chair, and he couldn't finish his. So my mother goes, all right, well, you're just going to have to eat it for breakfast. And that was like 8 hours away, which was like half his life. So he was like, all right, I'll take that deal. So the next morning, I remember we were having waffles. My mother always made Sunday breakfast. So we had all these waffles, eggs, bacon, this whole layout. My brother was looking at half-eaten cube steaks and a little mound of green bean casserole. And he goes, so he looked at my mom. He goes, Mom, can I have a waffle? And she goes, no, you got to finish your supper. He's like, well, after I finish my supper, then can I have a waffle? She goes, no, that is your breakfast. And he goes, oh, Mom, I hate you. And my dad, without looking up, took a full glass of milk and threw it in his face.
Andy and I have been through this, not together.
Oh, my bad. I had to pause right here because, dude, like, he... I know, because my mom, obviously, my mom would have whooped my ass, obviously, so it's nothing, and obviously, if you seen how I am right now, I didn't miss a meal. Facts! But what I'm trying to say is, Caribbean people don't really eat, we eat steak, but, not like that, but whatever. But she don't, she didn't, growing up, she didn't really play that. It was borderline abuse, but I got it from my mom. Mom. I still feel the scars, and I still reminisce, not really reminisce. I still think back to myself, yo, why did you go this far? On certain stuff, it was, and you know how you think about it, it ain't that deep, and and even now, there's some foods that I know that, my sisters and stuff like that don't eat because of how aggravating it was growing up and how our mom would OD on it, would keep cooking that same food over and over again. So I don't know, man.
I don't know!
That part just had me rolling, but his dad throwing the milk was hilarious. That was fucking hilarious. Excuse my language, let's get back in it.
But we each have 2 kids, but you are now going through this amazing life experience. How's it going? What's your first impression?
It's been going. It's not as hard as people say. People always bitch, moan, and complaining, but I had enough training before I got into this. I've boozed hard until 4 in the morning and had to get up at 8 my whole life. Go unload trucks, go do a gig or something like that. So I'm kind of used to it.
So you're used to this no sleep thing. You've done this before.
Yeah.
All right.
I had to catch flights and just, stumbling through the airport, going to your seat assignment rather than the gate, and then having to switch it up. So, yeah, I've been through it.
Yeah, so I can't believe you think those are the same, but all right.
Parents are the worst. They're crazy people.
I mean, other people with kids, yeah.
Yeah, parents.
Yeah.
People with kids.
Yeah. I'm with you now.
Just freak-
Okay.
me out.
Sorry, I was boozing until 4 in the morning, and then I went to the airport.
I know,
So
it's
I'm a little out of it. So what are they driving you crazy? What are you talking about?
Because all they did was just bring anxiety. Like, I thought it was going to be this great thing to have a kid and to tell other people, and they're, oh, you having a kid? Oh, no more doing this, no more doing that. Just making it seem like it was going to be this miserable experience. And it's been, I'm only 10 days in, but it's been a good thing. Kid hasn't taken the car out or anything yet. It's been all right.
What's the best thing so far, in your opinion, about being a dad?
I actually like going to the park with my daughter, pushing her on the swing and all that. And then also, at her first birthday party, I realized how lucky I was to have a girl, because they just sort of chill out and take things in. And I saw the little boys, they're like maniacs. They're like throwing stuff, ripping. Like literally watching my daughter, she just kind of waves hi at everybody, and the boys would come up, just rip toys out of her hands. It was like breaking my heart, because she's so innocent. She hasn't met an asshole yet. So like, it's sort of like this, oh, what was that vibe? And then the boys, they're climbing on, they're throwing rocks down on the car. It was like Braveheart. Every time I told them, it's like, you guys, you got to stop doing this. And then also, you can't tell other people's kids not to do stuff.
Right.
So you got to kind of like be loudly like, hey, he's climbing up on the utility pole, and kind of hope that somebody does something. Well, back in the day, you could yell at people's kids, and I think that needs to come back, and that's what's holding back this country.
Yeah. Yell at other people's kids.
Yes and no, within reason. And his last part with the parents, some of your parents need to stop doing that with just because your kids are little assholes.
Who?
Doesn't mean that everyone else's kid's gonna be the same way. Like what he said with the daughter, like my little niece, I just met her over New Year's and everything like that. That's why I haven't been uploading like I'm supposed to. I did upload something. If you haven't got the chance, I'm gonna leave a little ID card. I uploaded something while I was on vacation. But my little niece, yeah, she loves attention, but she's not that bad, like her crying ain't aggravating and anything like that. Like she loves being held, but that's any baby that likes to be held. And she does, like, as a girl, she like waving at people. So I could see when he said it related to me in my mind just now, because I saw my little niece waving at me every time. Like she was, I'm new around the house, so she didn't really she would come close, but then she'll just wave at me, then run away. She'll smile, wave, and then run away. So I could feel where he's coming from with that part. But yeah, some of your parents need to stop doing that with the it's gonna be dreadful, and goodbye to this, goodbye to that.
Cut that bitch off!
No, goodbye to that for you. Cause maybe your kid is doing that, but that doesn't mean that everyone else's kid's gonna be doing that. So that's it. That's what I could say about that part. And with the tell other people's kids what to do, I would say it depends, because it depends on what you in that family is. It depends on how you and whoever else is around is how y'all raising the kids. Because if both of y'all have an understanding, or both of you have a similar parenting style, then cool. Obviously, hey, if you see my kids doing something that's dangerous, yes, say something. Hey, get down there. Hey, they'll be on the whatever, so on and so forth. Because when I was growing up, it was the same thing with me. Like we used to do some reckless stuff, climbing trees, jumping off them, doing crazy stuff. And we had our neighbors like, yo, chill out, get down from that tree. But get down from that pole tree, whatever. But besides safety, I'm spitting like crazy. Besides safety, that other stuff is for the birds. Like you could not keep. The other parents could keep their comments to themselves. If it doesn't involve safety on like if they're not getting near electricity or jumping off stuff, and don't intervene beyond that. If it ain't safety, or they're not, if they're not blatantly disrespecting you or the kid, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing to my kid. I won't say nothing to your kid. That's it. But let me get back. I'm gonna finish this up.
No, it's good.
At some point, you got to be, hey, get off. Hey, I said don't do that, and then you got to be like, hey, look, you little shit. That's my car. Yeah, I'm throwing rocks on it. Yeah. Before I throw you over the wall. You're not going to do it, but you scare him a little bit.
As a dad, do you feel that you have more or less importance than you used to have when you were just a couple with no children?
Way less.
Yes, that's been my experience as well. Yeah.
Yeah, like when you're dating, you feel like you're number one. Then the second you get like engaged, you become the backup quarterback. Like you start going down the depth chart. And once you have a kid, I think I'm like fifth now. Like it goes my daughter, then my wife, my mother-in-law, like the UPS driver. Brings the Amazon stuff, but I don't mind because I'm like antisocial. Always, like I had the best Christmas I've ever had since, I was a little kid and believed in Santa Claus. Just coming back with a kid is then you don't have to really engage with adults anymore, which is awesome. You just come in, they're like, hey, Bill, you're like, hey, here she is. And they're like, oh my God. And they all gravitate over. You can go hit the bar, hang out. Nobody's talking to you. It's tremendous.
Seems like you've calmed down. I know you had your second child recently.
Yep.
Fatherhood calming you down?
Boy. Fatherhood made me have to figure myself out because I didn't want my kids to go through, some of the stuff that I went through. Not saying it was all bad, but some of the stuff that I went through. So I just kept trying and failing with the temper, and I ended up taking mushrooms.
You took mushrooms to help you with your temper.
Then after that, I was sort of left with this profound sense of loneliness and not feeling loved, right? So I'm literally laying there.
Hey, that seemed like a Joe Rogan thing right there. It seemed like Joe Rogan would be the one to offer him mushrooms and stuff like that. And I didn't know he had a second kid. But that's dope. This must have been a recent one. I didn't know he had a second kid. Son too. Hey, that's dope, man. Look at Bill Burr, man, having kids in his 40s and his 50s. That's what's up, man. Hey, that's dope. That's dope. I'm gonna get back in.
Going, what the hell is this? I love my wife and I love my kids, and I figured it out. I go, oh, this is how I felt growing up. I get it. And then I was like, I've been running from this feeling. That's why, hey, I do stand up. I fly helicopters. Am I cool? Do you like me? It's funny now. I haven't like flipped out or yelled in my house. But now I'm going up. I still have that need to be liked. So now I'm like going up to my wife, like, I haven't yelled in a while. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Am I a swell guy? Do you like me? So I still have that crushing need to be liked.
I'm really glad that since you had a child, you got over your anger issues. I look forward to a lifetime of you not losing your cork.
No, I'm going to beat it. I'm going to go to therapy.
You're not going to beat anything.
I'm going to talk to.
You're going to blow up so soon in front of your
child. Typical parent.
It's going to just
no more doing coke.
I'm not going to be like my parents.
Oh my God. Yo, whenever I hear someone say what he said at the end, no more doing coke. It's like, dude, I think of 21 Jump Street when they was throwing the party.
How are we gonna get drugs for the party?
Oh, no.
We had a pound of coke. Try to show them a good time, not ruin their fucking lives.
Pound of marijuana?
Best party ever.
It's like, oh my God. So that's why I'm laughing, because that's what I'm thinking of when he just said coke. And when he was talking about the kid, the father stuff with the kid, that's the thing that came to mind. Hey man, we just trying to make sure they have a good time, not ruin their fucking life. Oh my God, I cracked myself up. Oh man, but oh, that's the video, man. That's the video. It was mild, but like, I understand some of the rants, it's cool. I don't know, maybe the parenting thing, maybe because I just saw my niece recently, that was my first time seeing her. Maybe that's probably why I wanted to react to this. I saw it popped on my feed. The internet is weird like that. When you're thinking about something, it tends to pop up on your feed. I didn't type any parenting thing. I don't even have kids. I think it heard a conversation with me and my sister, and boom, it popped up somehow. But yeah, that's the video for the day. Hey, you guys, I'm gonna be doing more comedy stuff. I'm gonna keep the music around, but I'm trying to bring back the comedy slowly and everything like that, because you already know how YouTube is with reacting to Tool, reacting to. I got a Linkin Park video on the way that I'm reacting to also, And you know, YouTube, when it comes to the copyright claim and disputing it and all this other fly jiggy shit, sometimes YouTube just be on some other stuff, man. And you know, I'm not even gonna say it's YouTube. It's these record labels that be putting the claims on it. Anyone you guys know, if you guys have any clues or any tips and tricks on how, like, if I have to pay to get it, if I gotta pay for the rights so I can react to this, let me know how I could go about doing that so I could do this, because I want to give y'all the content y'all ask for, because y'all recommend me so much music, and sometimes it'd be hard for me to react to it because YouTube, copyright claim, block, copyright claim, block. And I gotta re-edit, cut, I gotta do a whole bunch of Houdini stuff. And then when I do it, a couple people come in the comments like, hey man, I know you cut off here. It was flowing so well, and it cut off here. And I was like, hey, dang man, my fault, dude. I don't mean for that to happen, but it happened because of this. So, because of the copyright claim. But that's enough of that. Y'all leave it in the comments. And leave a like for the video, then leave it in the comments. But y'all already know what it is. It's JayP on the mic, huh? Go ahead and drop a like. What? Subscribe if you haven't.
What the hell going on? Lots of drinks. Oh my gosh, that Lucario, they were thick. Zero, I gotta say, they're a top tier ass. If you're not running that wild charge, you're gonna have a hard time. That man don't make a difference unless it's with the old barely. Come here.
Man, you gotta put on the t-shirt.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. Like, he juking, don't get me wrong. That mobility is nice, but damn, like, he's not getting away. Look, that's crazy.
Man, you gotta put on a t-shirt. Now, see y'all in the next video. Peace.
Niggas, I came home, got rich, nigga. I ain't full, ain't quit, nigga. Stay 10 toes, ain't snitch, nigga. Go up north, get big, nigga. Still around this shit, nigga. My pinky ring a whole